Alright, so I had the bar in. Now I'm about to put the bushing, put the bushing in basically. And the bushing comes with, or the kit comes with the grease and some washers and everything. So now for the grease. So basically, that's this pack of grease. Use half of it for this side and use the other half for the other side. Okay, I'm gonna put some in the bushings itself. So this bushing right here, they has like little grooves, tiny little grooves in here, so that helps hold the grease in. That's a good thing. Also, the bushing is a split, it's a split bushing, right? So you just slip it on right here. You can either leave it on with a split on the top or the split on the bottom. I'm not sure how I want to do it. I think I might make a slit on the top. So, because I don't want, if I leave on the bottom of this, I don't want grease, as it moves around. There's potential that grease could slip out right here easier, versus up here it's a little bit harder, I think. Because everything wants to settle down, right? Settle down towards the bottom, right? So at least that's the idea, anyways. I'm not sure if that's actually works or not. But so this grease, I believe, is I'm not sure what kind of grease is this. Man, it's really thick too, very thick grease. And if you don't use, you don't loop the bushing. If you don't loop your bushing, it's gonna get it's gonna make a lot of noise. Polyurethane is not exactly very quiet. It's gonna be noisy, but also, because that's movement. But also, it's not like the stock bushing, the rubber bushing on the stock sway bar. Because on the stock one, it's those bushings are like, it's like literally attached. It's not just, it wasn't just slipped over. It's like they freaking glued it on there or something. Because that thing is like, it wouldn't even spin. I tried to spin it, it wouldn't even spin. So this, the stock bushing, it's that's one of the reasons why they don't squeak, is because there's no movement on the bushing. It's just stuck on there. That's it. So okay, I think I've mostly filled in those grooves. I'm gonna put a little bit of whatever grease is left on my hands, my fingers. I'm gonna put some in here, just a little bit, just enough to coat it a little bit. I think should be enough, because the majority of the grease is on the bushing itself. So I still have more than half. And you want to just use up the whole half. That way it's easier to jeez. Oh, take my pinky down in that angle. Can't even tell how wide I'm greasing it either. It's kind of, depth perception is kind of throwing off here. Okay. Now what's my rag? My fingers are greasy now. Like so. I'm actually gonna add a little bit more grease on my bushing, because I still have more than half the grease left. I only used up like maybe a third. So I'm just gonna, put more in there. Make sure all those grooves are completely filled up. All right, all those grooves are completely filled up. All those grooves are filled up. Once the groove starts to fill up, it's like if they feel so smooth that you don't feel much of the groove anymore. When the groove hasn't been filled up yet, you can still feel the ridges of those grooves. Okay, I think I'm good. So I'm gonna mount it like so with a split on the top. Let me grab my rag. So yeah, whatever type of grease they use, it's very thick. And today's a hot day. Well, it was sitting inside the house, so it's cool, so it didn't really get hot. But yeah, that's really thick grease. That's like way thicker than my. That feels way thicker than the Mobile One bearing grease I have. So I'm just gonna go like so. Let's see, that camera's right in my way. Can't get my arms there because the camera's in the way. Okay. So. Okay, that's it. I'm gonna do the other side, and once I do the other side, then I could put the let's slip the bracket on here. Slip this bracket on. Man, the bracket's having a hard time fitting too. Let's see. Let's just look at this real fast. Man, this bracket barely clears, and barely clears the holes. What the hell? Actually, it doesn't clear the hole. The eyelet here and here, it's actually not long enough. What the hell? I think it seems like I have to like push this opening up some. Looking at it, the eyelet does not. It's not want to clear. Just placing it like this. Yeah, the eyelet doesn't clear. Yeah, seems like it's short by about 2 millimeters. That's goofy. That's goofy. Actually, I think I might want to put the groove facing down, because if it's facing up like this, there could be crap going in here, and it slowly, the crap will slowly, if it goes in here, it'll slowly work its way down the groove. But if it's on the bottom, crap will stay laying on the bottom against the bracket instead of going into the. At least that's a theory, anyways. I don't know if it actually would actually work out that way. But yeah, I think I might flip it around. Yeah, I think I'll do that. Flip it around that direction. Man, that grease is thick. Oh, whoa. this on the bottom instead of the top, like so. I think that's better. Alright, I'm gonna do the other side, and I'm gonna see about this bracket. It seems like it's kind of. Let's look at the factory bracket real fast. Factory bracket. It's definitely bigger than this polyurethane bracket, so that's not gonna work, right? So I think the thing we just need is the eye to eye on it. Just needs to stretch out just a tiny bit to fit, because it definitely does not. The way it is right now, it would not fit in there. There's no way to fit in there. Yeah, there's no way to fit. Eye to eye is about 2 millimeters short. Man. Really, dude? Really? Yeah, I'm going to have to spread this out a little bit. Just a tiny bit. Let's see, how am I going to do that? Probably just going to get something, stick it in here to spread it out. Man, that's pretty thick. It's not gonna spread out easily. I have to basically wedge in here to kind of spread it out just a little bit, you know, just 2 millimeters, and it'd be okay. Okay, so I'm gonna grease the other side and wedge it out, and I'll come back.